The faith of Dr. Harini Amara Surya is restored. The Honorable Prime Minister of Sri Lanka released the squad, and this squad has performed in just 1 2 days. They were so confident. Asalanka today, after winning the toss, he said, "We will bat first, we will score 160, and that will be a match winning total." And he proved his words right. And Sri Lanka is back. They rolled out the same pitch that they gave it to India in the ODI series, and now I don't see West Indies winning any of the 5 matches from here. Like they've already lost today's match. There's one more T20 and 3 ODIs left. And Sri Lanka has come roaring, strong, and West Indies has been blown away. Blown away in this shit. Shikhar.
Yeah, I mean, West Indies were not in the contest. To be honest, this was a raging turner, and they played just two spinners. And and the most idiotic thing that West Indies have done, they bowled Gutekesh Moti in the power play, and in the first 10 overs, he bowled beautifully, 4 overs, 13 runs. But they held back Roston Chase, expecting that he will explode the left-handers of Sri Lanka. But instead, Roston Chase got absolutely smashed by Kusal Janit Pereira for 16 runs in the over. And this was a pitch where you had to play three spinners. Otherwise, there was never no way you're going to win. And I'm going to be highly critical of the West Indies team today. Their strategies were totally out of place. I mean, they never had an extra spinner to play. I'm shocked that Akil Hussain is not there. And then they absolutely in the batting. I mean, they looked totally shell shocked. And the most important thing I want to criticize is their wicket keeper. It is Andre Fletcher. Why a 36-year-old guy is keeping wickets for you? Why? Why? That guy is not able
Good point.
to react to anything. In fact, in the first 10 overs, there were 15 extras. There were 5 wides, and I don't understand why Andre Fletcher, the so-called spice man, is keeping the wickets. And you don't have. You could have
Absolutely.
taken Joshua De Silva, for God's sake. Just take Joshua De Silva. But why have to take Spiceman to keep? He has been terrible. I mean, there were so many catches, and I must say, some Shamar Joseph and Gutekesh Modi, they were a bit unlucky because there were so many catches which could have been taken. The fielding was really poor from West Indies. Their ground fielding was also really poor. They dropped catches, and even Sri Lanka not utilizing the full resources, like Bhanuka Rajpaksa got wasted again. And even despite all that, I mean, can you believe that once Pathum Nissanka got out, I thought Bhanuka Rajpaksa will come, but he didn't come. Then even Kamindu Mendis came, and then there was another wicket fell, and I thought Bhanuka will come,
Now,
but
man.
actually Charit Asalanka came. So he just got some 5 6 balls where he scored 4. I think Romario Shepherd bowled well in the death. But
Romario
yeah,
Shepherd
this
did
was
good.
way over par. I told you in the halftime itself, this was, and you were saying that they have big muscles, but big muscles can't teach you how to play spin. They can only be good on flat tracks, which was the case in the first match.
Yeah, excellent summary. And I would say Roman Powell did not do a good job as a captain today, because when your senior batter like Nicholas Puran, who used to hold the whole odd batting order, like he was the link in that batting order. He's not playing. So Roman Powell should be coming ahead 3 or 4. Instead, he's sending Moti before him. What kind of a strategy is that? And then yeah, Shamar Springer and Shamar Joseph bowled very poorly. I mean, you have only given 8 runs in the first 3 overs, then you start leaking runs like anything. I think Sri Lanka were like they had a very massive opening partnership. They were going like 8 runs and over, and they were like 10 overs. In
Yeah,
10 overs, they were like 74 80 on this track, which was very difficult to bat. And
I think I think
yeah, very
Shamar
lucky.
Joseph was a bit unlucky. To be honest, those boundaries that Pathum Nissanka hit him, a few should have been caught, or inside edges, outside edges. A lot of boundaries of Shamar Joseph. He was a bit unlucky. He was bowling well in the first over. He bowled a superb over, and then the second over went for 25 runs. And there itself, I knew that West Indies has lost this because they were bowling well, but the momentum
Yeah, I
got
was
just
actually surprised you predicted this
snatched.
so early. I thought, maybe the pitch is not that bad and West Indies openers are in form, but you called it even in the Sri Lankan inning itself that West Indies won't be able to chase. And that's exactly what happened. They struggled so poorly. And I want to ask Sri Lankan fans why the team did not play Dunit Wellalage.
Oh
Wellalage is
wow,
such a
man.
star player, man. We
What
missed
a
him in the
debut.
first match.
I
We
mean,
missed
it's
him
hard to believe that it was his debut because we have already seen him making
in
legendary
ODI.
performances from ODI World Cup to then beating India in Sri Lanka in that ODI series. There were some legendary performances, but hard to believe, man. And he has been playing CPL also, actually, along with
Mhm.
Tikshana. He was part of the Barbados Royals, I
That I
think.
did not know.
Yeah, so I
Three,
find it very
4 overs,
hard to.
9 for 3. Wellalage.
Yeah.
And what funny is, Shikhar, that last match when Hasaranga and Pathirana came to bowl, before that match was already over because West Indies had a blast in the power play. Today also match was already over. West Indies were 40 for 5 when Hasaranga came to bowl. So it
No,
was very
I think they were
contrasting.
39 for 7 or something. Actually, then
40
they,
for 7. It became 40 for 7 also.
yeah, because
One point, I
then,
thought even they won't be able to cross 50, but yeah, Powell and Alzari at least took them to 89. But still a very massive defeat, 73 runs. And you have to say Sri Lanka is favorites to win the last match as well.
yeah, I mean, they played to their strengths. To be honest, they created a turning track. They learned their
Yeah.
lesson, and they have seen what they have done to India in ODIs in that ODI series also, where they created turning tracks. Even in that third T20, where Surya and Rinku were bowling, so they played to their strength. And once you see Asalanka bowling, you know that Sri Lanka is going to win. Once you see
How
Asalanka.
beautifully bowled, man. He was not giving any pace.
In fact, Sharfin Rutherford, I would say, is the best player of spin in West Indies side,
Mm.
and he was looking quite comfortable actually, even against that turning ball. But Asalanka even got him with a straighter one. So yeah, man, he when the ball is in his hand, I know that what kind of track it is, and Sri Lanka is going to win. So whenever I
Yeah.
see Asalanka bowling, I know that it is going to be a Sri Lanka victory.
And everyone is saying they're missing Russell and Pooran, but more than that, I'm missing Akil Hussain, man. If there was a
Hmm.
third spinner instead of
Hmm.
Shamar Springer or Shamar Joseph, I think that would have been very good.
I
I think Fabian
mean,
Allen can bowl spin, right? Fabian Allen is in the squad, so
yeah, he
he's a
can bowl
spinner.
spin.
Yeah,
I mean, where is that guy Yannick Carrier or someone who was playing that India
yeah,
series where West Indies actually beat India? Don't know what strategy they went with today. They should have assessed the pitch better because it was clearly a big turner. Sri Lanka played three spinners, and Sri Lanka said in the toss itself that 150, 160 is going to be enough. They actually, this was a 120 pitch. It was not even a 150, 160 pitch. It was turning very big. From ball one, I
yeah.
mean, Moti was unplayable in the power play. And
Mm.
Mendis is a good player of spin, and Nissanka is a good player of spin. But they were struggling against Moti. Then I kind of knew that this is going to be a very tough ask versus the trio of Wellalage, Hasranga, and Thikshana. It's going to be impossible to even chase
Yeah.
135, 140 here. Yeah.
And Sri Lanka were being very smart. They were focusing more on creating partnerships, not about the run rate. And if you see Pathum Nisanka's innings was so invaluable, even though in terms of numbers, the
Hmm.
strike rate is only 110, but in terms of the value for that knock, a knock like that from top of the order, he actually sealed the match with his knock. So
Yeah, I
very,
mean,
very good.
he was actually struggling with the cramps also, and
Mm.
uh, very valuable 50 because we have not seen him flying in the T20Is yet.
Yeah.
He is more of an ODI player, but yeah, man, happy for him. He's shining in all three formats, and he's getting the backing from Sanat Jayasuriya. And
Mm.
yeah, man, Sanat Jayasuriya is now level with Darren Sammy. I'm really invested in the battle of the coaches, especially these two. And yeah,
And
man,
Sri
it's
Lanka
tough
changed
night
its
for West
strategy.
Indies.
Yeah,
Hmm.
another lesson for other teams is like T20 is about experimentation. You might
Hmm.
say that Sri Lanka made too many changes, but it was required. They dropped Asitha, Chamindu, and played Nuwan Tushara in
Hmm.
that place and Dunit Velalage. So, but very smart calls made by the management.
Did Nuwan Tushara bowl also? I didn't even see him bowling. I think he may have bowled
No,
one or two overs.
I'm actually hard to remember. Yeah, they just unleashed all the spinners on on Windies when the Windies came
Yeah,
to bat.
because Asalanka bowled, I mean, all
Nuwan
the.
Tushara only bowled 1 over.
Yeah, Pathirana took one wicket. So, yeah, apart from that, I think there was nothing for Pacers here. And West
Mm.
Indies, yeah, man, they played too many Pacers today's game. I mean, Alzari, Shamar, and Romario, it's not required to play these many. And Shamar Springer. I mean, four Pacers,
Yeah,
too much for this kind of pitch.
for this track. Yeah.
And why did you hold Roston Chase, man? That's still the biggest turning point, according to me. You should have bowled him in the power play. When you are seeing the ball turning, you should
Yeah.
not think about how many times we have seen that these matchups always get, the matchup planning always gets disturbed. Just because you are expecting some left-handers to come, you're holding back Roston Chase. You could have bowled spin from both ends, but you didn't do that. Because one of the reasons was you had only two spinners. So that was another sad part.
Yeah.
But I wish
In the
both could have
CPL, if
bowled
you
together.
remember, man, we have seen teams carrying 3, 4 spinners, right? And
Hmm.
they have similar tracks like West Indies here. So I don't understand why there were only 2 spin options. I think Fabian Allen has to come in the side so that they have 10, 12 overs of spin.
Yeah, so I think the third T20 venue is also same. It is in it
Yeah.
will be in Dambulla
So
only.
yeah,
Yeah,
and then all the ODIs will be in Palikeli. So that's it will be
yeah.
interesting.
So good that it was not an entirely bad night for West Indies cricket because their women team has qualified. So I'm going to talk more about that in our next video. And I think that's it for today. Thank you guys. Thank you for watching us and loving all the support that's been coming from all of you. And yeah, thank you guys. Please do subscribe our channel Cricket Caviar. It's a new upcoming channel which has started getting some vibes, and we are really grateful for that. Thank you so much,
And
guys.
especially, we love our West Indies and Sri Lankan fans. They comment more often. They watch our videos. We
Yeah,
love to know that part of the world. So
yeah,
thank you guys for
yeah.
following us.
Take care. Take care. Bye.